all the good people all around the world. You are tuning in, listening to, absorbing, consuming, retaining, eating, drinking. The best podcast in the world today, and we are just getting started. Welcome back to episode 7 of Unlocking Your Potential Excellence. Get a round of applause one time. Yup. See, this podcast is all about bringing awareness to various topics and issues to help guide and educate anyone and everyone to finding the potential to be excellent in this world. And this podcast wouldn't happen if it wasn't for these strong, independent
Black women.
Black women. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to interrupt the
All right, Pastor. Once again, my name is Brian.
My name is Tevin.
You already know what's popping. It's priority.
Jason. So I like sorry.
While Grinsz getting as usual, Kings.
And we're about to make this podcast one of the best podcasts in the world. So stay tuned because we got a lot of good content coming. So with that being said, let's just quickly introduce you guys. So let's just say what you guys do for a living, what your hobbies are like, so the viewers can kind of get to know you more on a personal level. So, Priority can start.
Priority at priority.rtg on Instagram. For me, I'm a Christian, a male. If you guys didn't know, cause black women. We work. Well, I work at a program for kids, and I help mentor them just to get to a certain place in their life. Like the program isn't innately made to, do that, but I do it in my program. I make sure that I try to teach the kids how to be themselves and the best version of themselves. Because I believe to be a man, you have to first get taught how to be the best version of yourself, so that you can then protrude that onto the world and help others. And yeah, that's what I do. I help run a studio with the guy all the way at the left. I do photography as well, and I'm living life, like I'm doing things, bro. I'm here.
Okay. Jason. Name's Wisdom. I chronic wisdom. Chronic _ wisdom. No. Underscore. Yeah. I don't use my Instagram in a while still. But yeah, I'm a digital marketer. I work with businesses and any single person with a brand, just making sure that you're able to get your message to the people and make sure they come in, get to know who you are, and you're able to exchange that value for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Apart from that, I just like inspiring people. I love doing fitness, resistance bands fitness, because those ones are key. Those are mad key. They're mad key. And
football?
I work at
football. You're a professional football player?
Whoa.
I'm trying to cap her.
Whoa, that's why I was capping for me. Like, whoa.
My fault. Continue.
No. But I do something close to that, but it's not professional. But I do it at Lavelle, where I'm working as a security guard, and also I have a few other companies on the side. So yeah, that's me.
Oh wait, sorry. And the studio that I have with that guy, I also have with another guy at Snacks, the RTG. You already know, that's my brother. That's brother. Okay.
Yo, but you're a professional football player, no? Aren't you like the O-line for the security door?
Yeah, I changed the whole line still.
Fam, we don't talk about that. You can't let them know like that. You know what I'm saying?
You've been trucking, man.
Eviscerated, man. It's totally a lie.
I
am a kind-hearted, very calm.
Big to be kind, fam.
What's wrong with this 80s pastor, bro?
Josh.
Yo, sorry, fam.
Let them know who you are and your hobbies, Josh.
Yeah, I'm a man like Sire. Josh.enn on the gram. What was the question again?
Hobbies, what you do for a living.
Master Sire.
Cloud Master Sire.
Hobbies. Music. Securing a bag. Becoming a better, well-rounded person. Honestly, just follow me on the gram and find out what I do, to be honest. I might snap too.
You'll find out on next time. Still.
This is elusive. Welcome, Grinsz as usual. Kings, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KingsRTG. That's KINGGSZRTG. On TikTok also at KingsRTG. And then at Grinsz as usual on YouTube. Just started my YouTube. So what I'm doing right now, so I'm an actor, entertainer. I just started my YouTube. Make sure you guys follow that. That's crazy. Episode 1 is up.
Crazy.
Subscribe, like, and comment. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I have a new series that I'm working on coming out soon. Y'all just make sure you check in, stay tuned for all that. So, but what I do though, so I run a recording studio with Priority, obviously, like he said, at Snacks RTG. Make sure you follow Roundtable.studios on the ground.
All the plugs, all the plugs are down below.
Man, no free sessions though.
No free sessions.
An hour,
No free sessions.
$60 for 3. There's a deal on
There's a deal on.
Promise me a free session.
Look at this guy, man. We do business.
We do business.
I ain't say anything. Disregard that.
If we do business, we can work some stuff out.
Yeah,
But
we
yo,
can figure it
$25 an hour. You feel me?
Nah, it's a hard
I also
time.
do videography, so I also direct, write, and produce my own content on YouTube. And I have some stuff going on Instagram too, like entertainment-wise. I'm not gonna do on YouTube in terms of like certain type of skits that I don't wanna like produce. I just wanna like say some things. You feel me? I like music. I also work with Priority with the Boys and Girls Club, so a charter youth worker. But you can call me media coordinator. We just got a new position. You know. 2020. Back all talks.
2020 vision.
2020 bag.
2020 vision.
2020. Back all 2020. If you in a place and you're not getting promoted, get out. Run.
It's true stuff.
I'm a Christian too, so I devote myself to the Lord, in prayer, reading the Bible, attending church, performing in any aspect of ministry that I can when being called to. Sometimes it's like, yo, I don't want to do it, but then the Lord pushes you a certain way.
I second that motion. I second
all
that,
the time because Jesus is first in your life. Sometimes you might lose track of what's going on because you have work and you're doing all these business endeavors, but then when that call comes, it's like, oh, shoot, I gotta go. So, Lord rapture me, you know what I'm saying? Elijah type thing, you know? I'm about that. That's my dream. Yeah, so we do music, we do acting, we do entertainment, we do video, and I like business, so I like investing. So if you guys have a business idea, you guys are trying to collaborate, invest in whether you need investment or you need a certain asset or resources, holla at me, still we can talk the bag.
Oh, damn. Looks like we got some good guests on this podcast. Like we just started and looks like we got some people about to do some big things in this world. So 2020, stay tuned. So let's kind of get deep into, as you like to say in the first podcast that you were in, Josh, scuba dive a bit. So let's talk about the five.
You doesn't remember that first.
Because you say a lot of things.
I don't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
Let me show them. Today, it's about enhancing your medulla oblongata, bro.
Sheesh.
Your medulla oblongata. You
One more
can't
time,
say
one more time.
brain this 2020, bro.
Say it one more time.
Your parlance, your vernacular has to upgrade. Your medulla oblongata, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh,
Bro, they bugging, bro.
Say it again, bro.
Wrong with you, bro?
At the end of the day,
medulla
bro.
bro.
You gotta re-emancipate your medulla. Yo.
Well, I got tried it.
Emancipate. Your medulla out of gas, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, rose, good thing, thorn, bad thing. Just,
I gotta give up on the intro.
if you can think of one good thing and bad thing in your day or week or month or year, even though it's only been 4 days, try to let the audience know any good thing or bad thing that's happened in your day so far.
Shoot. Today, I went to the doctor's and while I was at the doctor, I'm going to a walking clinic thinking,
This is a good thing, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is a thorn. So I'm going to the doctor's, right? Walking clinic, right? Because I'm supposed to get healed, right? We have free healthcure over here. This is Canada,
Sure.
We're not going to World War III, so we have free
Yeah,
healthcare.
no one war. We're a neutral country.
So we have free healthcare, right? So I'm trying to go and get free healthcare, and what I go in for, they tell me I have to pay $20 for it.
That's crazy.
Huh?
They said it's not covered now.
Huh?
Why is it free? Why is it free?
Apparently it's not.
Why is it healthcare if my health isn't cared for?
It's not the land of the free or the home of the brave anymore.
This is what I'm talking about, cause my medulla oblongata was up, bro. I was in the clinic. Fam, I was in the clinic. I was like, bro, so I'm gonna have to pay $20. The girl was like, yes.
It was a service fee.
Bro, I just took my health card and I cut. I just took my health card and I cut, bro. I said, no, if it's not free, I said free healthcare. I'm here for free healthcare. It's not free. I'm off this. Not free. $20 for who? I'm off this. I'm blessed now, though. I'm blessed.
Blessed?
Yeah, I'm blessed.
The best medication is time, fam. I'm telling you. Just
showing
wait
you.
for it to go over here.
So that was the bad thing.
That's the bad thing. That's the thorn. A rose is I made it like to 2020.
Yeah.
You know?
Always
made it
grateful,
to 2020.
Some people
I'm
did it.
21. Like, you know, it's like crazy. I feel like I'm living.
Yeah. You're 21?
Yeah,
I
fam.
thought you were like 18.
I know, right? Fam, I'm old, fam.
16.
Fam, I have more beard than you. I'm old, fam.
15.
Fam, I don't know what's going on.
14.
Maybe.
10.
Wait, Jason, what about you? Good thing, bad thing in your day so far?
Let's see. Good thing is, honestly, I'd have to piggyback on what he said about the, pat yourself on the back, fam. Because, reaching to 2020, some people haven't seen 2020 and things, and honestly, everything is just going according to how I wanted it, you know what I'm saying? Just waking up each day, doing what I need to do, or just making sure I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Bad thing? Is it a bad thing that I don't have a bad thing?
Yeah, it's kind of bad still. You need to be a well-rounded person.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's your bad thing. Now, 'cause
Let
when
me-
you go
let me-
for
I got
work
you,
for
I
a
got
resume,
you.
right? You
Don't-
need the strengths and weaknesses.
I got
So
you.
you
So,
need it,
when I was at work,
So you do have a bad thing.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Did you hit someone too hard? Like, did you almost kill a man? Did you hit them too hard?
You didn't hit them hard enough. That's
Oh,
all.
yeah.
We don't talk about that. But I just don't like drunk people. Let's just say that. I don't like people who are drunk and then they don't listen to you when you're actually trying to help them. And what they're saying is exactly what you're trying to say to them.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, just try to listen to me. Like, is that the worst thing that I possibly have? I don't have any bad things.
It's pretty bad.
I really don't have any bad things.
That you have to work with beard.
You're a positive guy. So
Yeah, thank you.
You're optimistic.
Thank you.
Focus on the good. Focus on the good.
No pessimist, fam.
Not optimist prime. Not optimist prime.
Yeah. Honestly, that drunk guy made me laugh at the end of the day, so it's not even a bad thing. The man just made my night.
See, that's the difference in medulla oblongata. See, that's the difference. That's the difference we're talking about. That's the difference.
But is a man allowed to make your night though?
Wow! It was the entertainment, fam. So now that we're talking about how to be a man, we have to come out of the man box that society has given us.
So
You just see? This is the exact same thing I'm talking about.
Can my broski make a rose and
The
thorn?
man circle.
Before we jump out of the box, can my broski say his rose and thorn, please?
Of course, but
Before we jump out the box.
he try to question something, you know what I'm saying?
Before we jump out the man box, can my broski?
Hey, just say your rose and thorn or no?
You put the stick in the box, I like.
Huh? You put stick in box?
I got the
You
mojo.
put a stick in a man box?
Hey.
You put a stick in a man box?
Huh?
Wait.
Brother,
what?
can you say it?
Just say rose and thorn.
What?
Good thing, bad thing. Silent.
Okay. A rose, I don't want to tread over anything a man already said, about 2020 and all that. I definitely agree with that, but a personal rose for me, these World War III memes are hilarious. So funny, bro. I see this one meme that says,
That's the one?
huh?
That's the one?
No, the Mexico's.
The Mexican, I see this one meme where it was the reaction of the Mexican government went on the American show. Oh, yeah.
And the man was cheating.
I was crossing his arms. But the man came in the room. And then I guess a thorn of mine would be these World War III memes, because man, I'm scared out of my mind. Fam, what if something happens, man? You think I'm gonna join?
Fam, I'm
What? Take this in. Watch this. Peep game. If you're Canadian, right? And Canadians had no say in the American election, right? So you didn't vote for Trump, you didn't vote for Hillary, you had no say. Because Canada is allied with the US, if the US goes to war and World War III happens, guess who's going to?
Might have to have one.
Guess who's happy
By
next?
default.
But yeah, that's my rose and that's my thoughts.
I'm not going nowhere.
I'm going right back to Jamaica, fam. You crazy? Shit me back.
King, rose and thorn, please.
Kings, before I say my rose and thorn, you guys need to take in how Seattle trying to recruit the man. Seattle trying to recruit me. They called me, bro. How's that? Nah, hold up, still. So
Wait, was that the rose or the thorn?
That's that. I just had to state that because this guy was talking about the World War III, you know? I just
Feed it for recruits, man. Are you crazy?
How did
How
they know to hit you up though?
Bro, they've been calling man sometimes, so Seattle, Portland.
They knew it was gonna happen.
Minnesota.
They want you to enlist.
I'm after deactivate my phone.
Fam, that's the worst place to be at World War III.
That's the worst.
You're gonna be fighting with swords.
That's the worst.
You're gonna be fighting with swords, my guy.
That's crazy, but yo, my thorn though, I had to take a few days to myself. I was still grinding in some sort of fashion, but I don't live with my mom, so I went to my mom's house just to get away from people. I haven't been getting much sleep. Just been running around for like 4 hours sleep, and just I guess I could just eat a little better and stuff like that. But yo, so I go to my dude's house to get my own space, but I don't know what I ate or drank that was laced. I was just chilling and the man started twitching, fam. I was like, what the flip, yo? I'm just shaking it. I'm just like, yo, why am I just shaking? Like, I'm just getting cold. I get cold easily. Like right now, I'm freezing right now.
You're the only man here with a winter jacket on.
I'm just cold. Like, I'm just always cold. I wear a full-fledged hoodie in the summer, like 30 degrees. It'll keep me hot. But I was just twitching, so I had to search up. What this means, and it said something about I have a tremor. Huh? I was like, yo, a tremor. So I'm searching up everything, and it says like the tremor is kind of attached to like a Parkinson's disease or whatever.
Huh?
But my grandfather has that, so it's like a family. They call it a familiar tremor.
A hereditary
something
disease,
that passes through the generations. Like sometimes, like my iron is like my fingers would just be like kind of shaking a little bit. Sometimes like, it doesn't really ever stop, but nobody really notices because it's pinched. Like it's a small movement, but I can see what's going on in the next 60 years. To be honest,
In the what?
I can see where I'm going now. I'm gonna rebuke it in Jesus' name or whatever, but it's a thing or whatever. It's a thing to be aware of. There's no truth, there's no cure for it.
That's not contagious, right?
Nah. My kid can probably get it though.
So you're gonna have a kid?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a you hopefully.
Unsee it, my guy.
Yeah. So we just I got some sleep or whatever, so it hasn't been going in the last couple of days. But before I took those days for myself, I was just like, whoa, like what the flip? Why am I just moving like this?
Getting more and more aggressive.
Yeah, bro. Mans can't even go to the doctor because they get tried to tell man's
$20, fam. I'm showing you.
Yeah, but my rose is dude, I like everything you guys said. Trying to think. I think that the promotion's a blessing. I just like to thank this life. I just like life. There's a lot of adversity and animosity. There's a lot of adversity. There's a lot of craziness happening in the world, but we're just here, like right now, like it's just. I feel like there's a beauty behind the madness. So even though there's so much craziness going on, like I always see the joy on the next side that kind of gets me through the storm in some sort of fashion, For sure. So even though we're in 2020, everybody's like kind of boosting 2020 as if, as the years go on, things have been getting better. Because I remember in 2018, everybody was saying things are worse. 2019 came, all of a sudden the most shootings in Toronto, Canadian history. I'm like, yo, well, what's really improving?
2020 started already with the first victim, so like a few days.
Somebody died on New Year's night.
And last night I'm going to work and I see a car accident. Like there was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just pray everybody's safe. It is underrated that people don't really know, like, this could be your last year, right? So God forbid that. I pray that every person here is fruitful and multiplies and they have many years added to their lives. But it's just, I'm just happy that we're here. Like we can be in this moment. So I just want to stay in this moment for a little while before we have to go start grinding again.
But see, like this is why I like asking these questions, because like some people will go on in their days, go through the motions, but they don't really know what's going on in their life on a personal level. They don't really know if there's something going on with them physically or if they need to step up their financial game. So this is where we like to actually ask you guys, where are you in all aspects of your life? Financial, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. So financial, are you satisfied with the amount of money you have? Are you saving more than you're spending? So on a 1 to 3 level, 1 means you're barely doing it, 2 means you're sometimes doing it, 3 means you're doing it on a daily basis. You can use decimals if you need to. So financially, where are each and every single one of you at with how you're raising your financial wealth and income?
For me, it's going at a slower rate, but at an increasing rate, which is good. Like I started off, I had to pay some things. I still have to pay off like a few different debts. But my main focus is to keep a level playing field with myself and just figure out how to what's it called? Keep money, like save some money for like OSAB. That's a crazy thing for me right now. I'm trying to upgrade my credit because for a business you need to have your credit at a certain point. At this point in your life, I'm 21. I need to have my credit at a certain point so I can get loans or grants or anything in that kind of realm of business. Even for creating a business account with the rest of my peers, I need to have my credit at a certain point and a certain level. So I'm trying to figure out how to not only save but invest the money that I am saving and put it towards certain things that will allow me to gain more money. Like I'm even putting my money in this automatic investing app that allows it to invest into different index funds, and that is helping me to plan for the future and figure out where I want to be. So it's it's all about just figuring out more things that will allow me to push forward in my life and in my financial career, and keeping my expenses low so that my assets can grow, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Lee, that's how I'm rhyming? That's how I'm rhyming? Jeez! Keep my expenses low so my finances can grow, my assets can grow. You always have to try to keep your liabilities low so that your assets grow, and so you can finally have some revenue coming back for yourself and have the cash flow. Like, you know, I don't know, my medulla oblongata is crazy. It's crazy. I'm showing you. My intelligence is like, it's off the easy, bro. I'm showing my intelligence. But yeah.
Rating wise, where do you at? 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
Like 1 means you're barely doing it, 2 means
I've
you're...
never heard this rating number.
Bro.
God,
1 to 3.
It was 1 to 5 last
Yo,
time.
you broke the scale.
It's like a yes, no, or maybe.
Bro. God, 1 to 3.
Use decimals, fam.
Alright,
3's the max.
I would say 2.1. That's where I am right now because I'm on like course of, you know, growing. I just need to do more things and get more things in motion in terms of my business, making sure that I have more clients for photography, more clients for the studio, because that's where my passive income is coming from. And then, you know, also upgrading in my job site that I'm doing right now with the kids. Even though I low-key did get a promotion, low-key, you know? I hate that on the low, but I low-key got a promotion, you know? The amount that they're paying me went up, you know? But I'm trying to make it go up again, you know? I'm never gonna lie. So,
Trust me,
you know,
go up, you know?
yeah, just keep on growing exponentially. So, yeah.
Okay, for me, I would say that honestly, when I was younger, I made a few bad decisions. Plus, I actually did invest a lot into my business, but I haven't paid some of those things off. So I'm in the process of fixing my credit. Apart from that, I would say I'm actually doing better with my finances now, opposed to myself a few years ago. I'm actually learning how to actually save money, put that money into investing myself. so my money is rather growing instead of just sitting there like how this guy was talking about. Make what did you say again? What was the rhyme? Medulla oblongata?
Oh. Keep your expenses low so your assets
Exactly,
grow.
bro.
Create cash flow.
Exactly, fam. Yo, you have to make that a quote.
I
Still,
know,
you
fam.
have to make
I'm
that
a
a quote.
medulla oblongata, bro. Bro, if I, bro.
But yeah, so just my main focus for right now, is not 2020. I just have a focus for right now because we're always in the exact same day or the moment of now. It's just finding more businesses, startups, people who are looking to excel in their business, who want to take that next step and want to move forward with their stuff and actually have a message or something, and just working on that to build my finances so I can also do other things in my life. So yeah, in terms of rating, I'd say I'm at 1.8.
Trust the process. Sire?
Property stuff. I'd say I'm at a 5. Out of
This man broke the scale again.
yeah,
man.
because I have like, as of right now, I have like everything that financially I have everything that I want to have at this, like for right now. My dreams and ambitions have vastly exceeded my current reality, but all you really have to do to make the two of them collide is just like strategize. So the only thing really separating me from my end goal is just the application of the strategy that I already have and I'm already continuing to have. Christmas, I can't even lie to you, like Christmas defies me, but
Holy brother.
Christmas defies me
it
still.
defies me.
Shake my hand.
It
defies me
defies me,
still.
but like to keep it a buck, like I kind of like I rebounded because like I had like a budget in the back of my mind in my medulla and the pasta. So like I just made sure
Let
that
'em know.
I just made sure that like I had my backup because like I had at least, let me not even disclose the amount, you feel me, but I had a good amount of cash like saved up from last summer, just for like my residual fund, and that's what I'm really living off of right now because I'm not fully employed. Like I'm doing like some part-time stuff. I put my own business on the side. I used to write essays for people. We're in a college right now, so I'm just making sure the ops aren't working. But yeah, like to focus on my own academics, I had to like put other people's stuff to the side. So I'm really just focusing on my own stuff this year, and it's paying off academically. But like again, when it comes to like the actual material cash that I had last year, it's not as much. But again, because of budgeting, because of saving and stuff like that, I'm definitely in a better place financially than I was last year, despite not making as much money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm in a good spot right now. Is that the ops? What's the ops though?
I'm closing all the rooms. You need to move to another floor.
To what?
I'm closing all the rooms, like the building,
Yeah.
just because it's weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to hop on the podcast?
Sorry.
You want to?
We're having a podcast.
Yeah. You want to like
Pause it.
pause it?
Oh.
Yeah.
When you wanted to
Yeah.
join
You want to
it?
like hop in or?
Sorry for that.
No, don't
worry. It's okay, you're a guest.
What's your IG though?
Now I know it looks like we're in a whole different location because we kind of got the boot and I know we're missing a member. Can you guys tell the viewers what happened to Jason?
Seattle called.
Yeah. You got drafted to the Iranian football team. So.
In World War III, so
Yeah,
he's
no
going to
longer-
a post-apocalyptic professional footballism.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah. Over there, he can finally use his medulla and the rasta.
Yeah. To the best of his abilities.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah, but no matter what happens, potential excellence will still keep going forward. So with that being said, financial, family lifestyle, financial, Malik, where you are in your financial situation, 1 to 3 rating.
2.5. The reason for that being said is last year was my first year of having a steady passive income. Going into this year is still there, and I've had a second passive income on and off, but I have formulated a plan and based off discussions and stuff with people I now work with, it's gonna be like intact. My goal by the end of the year is to have like 3 passive incomes, so I'm making some sort of money just being like here, So in terms of like my savings, like usually when I work, so when I get paid, I save like 60-70% of my paycheck and I stash it. and then I cut it up into different savings. So right now the way I have 2 bank accounts. So I went to RBC and I'm with Tangerine. With RBC, I just do like my daily transactions, but there's a limited amount of money. When that money is paid, it's over. It's over. Like I'm living a struggle, but it's like it's a struggle for like a greater good, so that I don't really need to spend more than how much I need. I don't need my expenses to be more than how much I'm making or anything, you know. So I just keep my expenses low. What are you saying? The expensive low, your assets grow, cash flow.
Yeah, cash flow. Yeah.
Yeah, bars. Get your bars up. So I save like 60%, 70%. So if I get 60%, say let's say I have $1,000 and I'm saving 600, I put like 100 into like a rainy day savings. I put 400 into like. So right now I'm consistently like in a 4-figure area. Consistently, like at all times, like I don't drop out of that area. So my goal is to get to 5 figures by the end of this year, like where I always have 5 figures consistently. So I have a whole savings just geared to that. So I put money into there and I don't touch it, just so that next year it's like I have 5 figures that I can leverage business-wise. Like if I need to make a business move that has to do with 5 figures, I have that money. In some sort of aspect, I have that. Then after, just personal things you're saving for. You have a personal savings, and then after that, my final one is I just have some money where if I want to like, say buy some business cards, I can just go do something like that, like like a business kind of savings. And then our studio has its own banking account, so that money from the studio just goes into there. We don't touch it. We just have it, and we're just the way we go about buying new assets and stuff is that we just, me, him, and my other partners, Kubi Snacks.rtg on Instagram if you guys follow him. We pay for it ourselves, we budget it, so say it's like $100 and we're all putting in 33 and one person's putting in 34 or something like that. We budget it, so after each paycheck, say the paycheck was a certain price, it's all right, let's put $10 on this paycheck, $10 on this paycheck, $10 on this paycheck, in no time it's paid off. And we don't touch any of the studio money, so that in our future, when it gets to a certain goal that we have set for it, and we have to make a business expense for the studio that might be 5 figures or 6 figures, like we have that money, right, to just go make this lake. Now we can just make a bigger business move, right? So right now I just look for different investments that I can make that can generate like a passive income in some sort of fashion. I don't encourage any person to make any investments that isn't going to make them any money over a period of time or right away or a period of time. You have to have patience when it comes to money too. Yeah. Money comes and goes, and money, you can't just save, like you can't just save 5 figures. Like I have a plan behind what I'm doing to get to the 5 figures, because money makes you money. You can't just have money and it's not doing nothing. Sometimes you have to spend $100 to make 200, right? So things like that. I'm always budgeting. I'm always planning myself. Every time I get paid, I have a whole rap sheet. I have a couple of apps that are connected to like different bank accounts. I keep money in different places because you never know how the bank is moving, Sometimes in my past I've had the bank just put a hold on my money, and I can't access my money for a month, 2 months, and say, what the fuck, I can't make no move. It was a blessing because obviously you save, and you say, all right, you're getting paid like 4 times and you didn't touch your bank account, and I was like, all right, I have a few racks in there just chilling. But it's like, I need to be able to use my money when I want, so sometimes I have different banking accounts, put money into like a studio, so it's like, the studio in itself is a form of money, and if I wanted to just make money without like a job, I can go and engineer or record somebody's track and make that cash personally, or I can outsource it to one of my engineers and just get a small fee and put it into my studio banking account, so things like that, and just looking into building my passive income, so we're a millionaire. I already feel like I'm there, even though I'm not there. It's like,
I've just been dropping knowledge after knowledge. But it's good to work on yourself. But are you guys spending your time with good people? Are you guys spending your time with positive energy? Yeah. So emotional. On a daily basis with everyone. If you can think of everyone that you hang out with on a daily basis, are you with the people that are lifting you up, are uplifting you? Are you with positive energy, or are you with some toxic people that you kind of need to spend less time with?
I'll start off by saying, business-wise, it's the smartest thing to have people around you that you can first trust, and secondly, they can help you with your vision. They can help you with your mindset, and you guys can help each other. Like, the main part about having a business is knowing that first you guys were able to understand each other on that level, like from the beginning. If you guys can't understand each other and what each other's dreams are, what you guys want to do, what this person is into, what this person's into, your strengths and their weaknesses, so that you can counter each other's weaknesses and help each other's strengths. If you don't know that, that's already an L. That's already an L. Figure that out first before you start anything. So that being said, I try to make sure that I'm hanging out with people and close to people and spend the most time with people that are on that level. Finding people who want the same thing. Like, I need to find people that wanted to get to $1 million if I want to get to $1 million. The people you hang around most is where your mind's going to go to most. So that's the starting point. And the problem with finding out those type of people is that you still do have the toxic people or people that just don't fully believe in your vision. And even though that can look like a bad thing, which it is at a certain point, a lot of those people are close family members or close friends, and there's a thin line between cutting them off and, like, just spending less time. Sometimes you might not have to cut them off like completely. It's just they don't understand your vision. They don't. Some people just, it's not that they want to throw your vision away. It's just the understanding of your vision isn't there yet because they can't see it. You actually, for me, it took me a while. Me personally, I don't know about you guys, but it took me personally a while to understand the business. I was introduced by the football player that left. Actually, he told
God rest his soul.
the one that went to the war. He told us, he put me on business, and kept me on that mentality, which brought me to the realization that I do have to have a business so I can have cash flow and things like passive income. I didn't even know that was possible for me to not work and somebody work for me and I just get paid, for them doing what they love to do. It's things like that you don't know until you hang out with the people that are right for you and for your vision. But at the same time, you can't just completely cut out people like your family. Completely, I still go and check my family, even though it would be considered like toxic, because they don't fully know the vision and they don't fully support in like all the ways possible, but they're learning.
You can't completely cut off your family because even though they don't fully understand the vision.
So you can't completely cut off your family even though they don't completely know your vision. And it's cool to still hang out with those people for a small period of time, but hang out with people that are for you and for your vision most of the time, so you can be doing what you need to be doing most of the time and being in that mindset most of the time, so you can get to your dream faster than it should be possible. Make the impossible possible.
Any rating?
Emotionally, I would say 2.7.
Okay, that's good. What do you say?
Yeah, like on a similar wavelength, wait, what's the question?
I hang out with the
right crowd, for sure. Like from a youth, I've just been taught to hang around certain people, and my parents, I remember they told me not to hang around certain crowds and stuff, and then they'll either be funny or they'd be appealing somehow, and I'm like, yo, why can't I link with this person? I don't see anything wrong with them. And then now that I get older, I see what they're on right now, some mans that my parents warned me about when I was in middle school, and right now they're behind bars, they could be dead or whatever. So it's right now I'm just seeing the foresight that my parents had, along with or in regards to the path that I should be on, the people I associate with. So right now I only associate myself with pre-millionaires, so people who are millionaire minded but just don't have the actual assets right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 pre-millionaires right now. So that's really what I'm on right now. The energy is contagious for real. just like one of my guys, he showed me this video. I forgot the name of the dude, but he was basically saying that if you can imagine something, then it's definitely possible. And so for most of 2019, like that's the kind of energy that I've had. And like I've had this thing in the back of my mind where I envision myself in a certain place, and I envision myself with a certain amount of money, with a certain amount of status, but not really for myself, so to speak, but more so I can impact on a certain scale and on a certain level. Because in order for you to impact your community, in order for you to impact the world on a certain level, you need to have a certain amount of assets and stuff. So not even just economically, as we were talking about before, but in terms of your relationship growth and relationship, what's it? Human capital. In terms of like your human capital and stuff like that, you need to have wealthy people, not necessarily financially wealthy, but wealthy-minded people. Because again, it's contagious, but also because if I need to impact something in a certain way, and I might not be able to relate to a certain crowd of people that I'm trying to reach, but I know someone who is, then I can share my vision with them. And if I'm not able to directly do it, maybe they can do something that I can't do. And so I still see my vision fulfilled, even if I'm not doing it hands-on. Or on the same space, if somebody else might have a vision that I can impact better than they can, then I can help them with what they have seen, and I can do that thing, you know what I'm saying? So I can have my hands be tied to a bunch of different projects. I can have my influence and my vision seen in a bunch of different pockets, a bunch of different areas, solely based on who I know, and in addition, the backing of my parents and the backing of all the experiences that I've gone through and spaces that I had. So just to wrap up, 3 out of 3. But you know, I'm sorry, so I can't give no sucker rating like that. It's a 5 out of 3, 10 out of 3. Millionaire-minded individuals, pre-millionaires, so that's really what we're on right now. You gotta get it. So.
Read that. When I was about 6 years old, I asked my uncle, what does he do for a living? And he's like, I'm an entrepreneur. I was like, wait, what? Entrepreneur? But when I heard the word, I fell in love with the word. So as people started to ask me as I got older, like, what do you want to be? You want to be a doctor? You want to be this? You want to be that? I would say different things, like, yeah, doctor school or lawyer school. Like, they always had like things they were trying to speak in existence for me. But in my heart, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So at some point in my life, even though I wasn't seeing it, I started to look for people with that mindset, and I started to put myself around them. I grew up in an environment where there's more like hood mans. So I'm not trying to say they're not entrepreneurs, they just go about entrepreneurship in a different way. Like whether they want to sell drugs, I want to sell beats. So it's like, we're the same, but like we just have a different moral compass that is guiding us. So even though I still have relationships with them, I actually learned business from talking to Jason Wisdom, the guy that left, you know, he just got drafted to the Army. He started giving me certain books about business that I was like, oh shoot, now I can read about business. I wasn't noticing that, right? But when I was